Good afternoon, everyone. Ross Gunther, Acting Deputy Commissioner, Specialist Operations, Victoria Police. I'd like to make some commentary today in relation to the issue that's been in the media over the last 24 hours relating to some of our speed cameras in the network. 55, as we understand, of the cameras may or may not have been impacted by a virus within that network. Those cameras sit over a number of locations, predominantly in the inner city area of Melbourne, but there are a couple of country locations. There would appear to be a period commencing from the 6th of June to the 22nd of June that is the period where the cameras have been impacted. In the course of that, 590 speed or red light infringements have been issued. It's really important that we give the public some confidence around our camera system in Victoria. These cameras are about saving lives. So the key message for me is those cameras are still operating. Of the 590 infringements, I've asked all of those to be cancelled today. That process has commenced, and those receiving those infringements will receive correspondence from the Traffic Camera Office in the next few days. Importantly, only 3 of those resulted in loss of licence infringements. They're small by number, and we had actually identified that group. As I said, the cameras continue to operate, and there have been a number of other fines issued, not issued, but identified by the cameras. Those fines have all been quarantined and will continue to be quarantined until Monday. It's also important to point out that on Monday at 10 o'clock there'll be a meeting between the Assistant Commissioner of Road Policing, the Traffic Camera Commissioner and the Sheriff, Brendan Facey, to conduct an inquiry or commence an inquiry into the issues surrounding these cameras. In the meantime, again, the cameras continue to operate. We don't wish to alarm people in relation to the fines, but they will receive correspondence providing them with advice that those matters will be withdrawn for the time being. I'm happy to take any questions.
Deputy Commissioner, why did you decide that the right action to take was to cancel those fines?
I cancelled the fines because I think it's important the public has confidence in the system, 100% confidence in the system. So until I'm satisfied from the meetings next week that that's actually the case, I think the public would expect that those fines are withdrawn.
So are you confident that these cameras were working as well as they should have been during this period?
My advice is that during the period the cameras were operating correctly and that they are not impacted by the virus. However, given the independent nature of the Traffic Camera Commissioner, I think it'd be wrong for me to assume that that's the case until he's had the opportunity to look at all the circumstances resulting in their issuing the fines.
Obviously you can't have that much confidence in that if you cancelled the fines.
No, I think, as I said, I'm confident on the basis of the advice I've given that the fines are likely to stand. But having said that, I think the public would expect that we test the system appropriately, and if we're found to be, if there's errors found to be in the system, that those matters will be withdrawn.
Can I ask about, obviously this stuff is ransomware. Was a ransom ever requested or demanded?
I'm not aware of any demands being made in relation to the componentry that's caused the issue with the cameras, so I'm unable to comment upon that.
And I suppose this must make you look at the state's information technology security. Does it worry you?
I think what it highlights is the need for us to consider all aspects of our information security right across just not camera networks, but obviously the law enforcement networks themselves. So whether it worries me, it doesn't worry me unduly, but here's an opportunity really to test where the systems were operating, whether they were affected, and so it probably has a positive outcome in that respect anyway.
When did Victoria Police first become aware of the WannaCry infection?
So we were made aware yesterday.
Before the interview with Neil Mitchell?
I'm not aware of the exact timing, but would have been about probably about the same time that the police minister was made aware. Thank you.